Is he a firefighter or a fire starter? Watch Inside Edition.
Next on First News at 4, New York City school chancellor promises every graduate will come with a warranty. Also, a candid look at raising black children in a race-conscious society. And looking good for less, Ellen Levine has high fashion at low prices. And fitting fitness into your life with equipment you make at home. Next.
Good Friday afternoon to you. I'm Brian Williams. Carol Martin will be along a bit later on. It's good to have you with us. It's 49 degrees presently in Central Park at 4 o'clock. Here's what's going on this afternoon. We begin today with some new ideas being put forward to try to solve two big problems our kids are facing after school. Younger kids coming home from school to empty houses, older kids unable to find good jobs when they graduate. Channel 2's Marcia Kramer's in the newsroom right now with word that the city schools chancellor is looking to cure this. Marcia.
Well, Brian, these are tough economic times, but New York City school officials today unveiled a number of new programs that don't cost a lot of dollars, but sure make a lot of sense. One program targeted at single parents and working mothers would allow kids to go to school near where their parents work rather than where they live. That way, they could either wait at school for their parents to pick them up, participate in after-school programs, or even meet their parents where they work. School Board President Carl McCall says it would ease parental worry about getting their kids home safely.
What it would do, too, is it would bring about more parental involvement. If the parent is closer to the school, the parent's more likely to go and visit the school. The child also gets a better sense of the parent's interest in the school.
It's not a matter of it only being available to the students, you know, who schools want, who are going to be the next Nobel Prize winners. That you can't have schools sort of screening the children and only taking the ones who they think are going to be easy to teach. So that I think that the equity of access is a critical issue.
And there's another new program that businesses will just love, a kind of money-back guarantee on the New York City public school graduates they hire. If the reading, writing, and math skills of the graduates they hire aren't up to snuff, well, just send them back. The city will tutor them for free. Reporting live from the Channel 2 newsroom, I'm Marcia Kramer. Now back to Brian.
All right, Marcia, thank you. We have more on city politics. The head of New York City's Housing Authority is under fire yet again. Now it's the Federal Department of Housing investigating Laura Blackburn. HUD is looking into a trip she and 7 aides took to the Caribbean back in January. The trip cost taxpayers, we're told, $16,000. Blackburn is already being investigated for spending hundreds of thousands of public dollars on a new office and a trip to South Africa. Blackburn today defended the Caribbean trip, saying it was strictly business. The word from the governor today, thanks but no thanks. That's what Governor Mario Cuomo is telling volunteer workers who make the campaign draft Mario Cuomo. The governor said he's flattered by their support, their commitment to the campaign, but he's nonetheless asked them to stop it. Cuomo repeated that while he'd like to run for president, he can't because of New York State's budget problems. Though he hasn't been on the ballot anywhere, Cuomo captured 3% of the votes in the New Hampshire primary. The movie JFK reopened a lot of old wounds and old questions about the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Today, the CIA may be taking a step toward putting some of those questions to rest once and for all. The spy agency will now review the classified files that have been sealed since the 60s with an eye toward possibly releasing them. Other files to be reviewed relate to the 1961 Bay of Pigs invasion and the 1954 coup in Guatemala. A report out today by some people who have a stake in the matter finds that the New York Daily News publisher probably committed suicide. Insurance investigators looking into Robert Maxwell's death last November say the evidence leads them to believe that he took his own life, and if he did, that means his insurance company won't have to pay out his $35 million insurance policy. Following Maxwell's death in the waters off the Canary Islands, it was discovered he had plundered over $700,000 from his own publishing company. The entertainment world has lost a veteran actor. Dick York died today at 63. Television viewers knew him as the original Darren Stevens, the stressed-out husband on the series Bewitched. York had been suffering for years from emphysema and a critical spinal condition. He devoted his last years to raising money for the poor. Readers of the New York Times op-ed page might see a new byline starting Monday. Mikhail Gorbachev, the former Soviet president, has signed a deal to write monthly columns on such subjects as his relationship with Boris Yeltsin and the future of communism. He's had some practice in his new craft. He's recently been a guest columnist in La Stampa, the daily news of Turin, Italy. Well, they struck up the band in West Milford, New Jersey today to celebrate a hometown Olympic hero whose career has gone downhill fast, and that's good news. She's Donna Weinbrecht. She's the toast of the town, an Olympic gold medal skier who showed a mountain of moguls who's the boss and won the first ever Olympic event. And today, a mountain of hometown fans, floats, and bands showed the still stunned Weinbrecht just how proud they are.
It still can't sink in, you know, I can't believe it's just for me.
Weinbrecht won't have much time to bask in the local glory. She leaves for Japan Sunday to compete in the World Cup Championships. Let's now take a quick look at our weather. Again, the Central Park temperature stands at 49 degrees. It's 44 up in Poughkeepsie, 53 down in Long Branch, New Jersey, 46 in Sussex, 51 Princeton. The forecast clear and turning colder tonight with lows in the 20s and 30s. And I'm told we should enjoy tomorrow because there's some rain on the way for Sunday. Well, a scientist at the NASA Space Center in Houston says the U.S. is about to miss out on a golden opportunity, a study of sex in space. You see, there's going to be a married couple aboard a space shuttle flight scheduled for liftoff in August. But there are no plans to make it anything but a G-rated, purely working shuttle flight. Quote, "We have this incredible opportunity," end of quote, says NASA scientist Regina North. She goes on to say, "This could be an experiment like no other." One problem, though, it would be really tough for the 5 other astronauts on board to step outside for a moment during that experiment. Well, on that note, now let's go to Carol Martin for a look at what else is coming up on First News at 4. Carol?
Thank you, Brian. We'll be right back with more news of this Friday. If you want to refinance your mortgage, wait no longer. We will explain. Also, raising African-American children in a race-conscious society. We have some timely advice for nurturing their self-image. Then we'll tell you how to look like $1 million without spending a fortune. Ellen Levine has some hot spring fashions for us. And the armchair athlete. Rock rode in today to show us how to get a real workout without getting up from your seat. Towel, please. So sure you're all right.
Thank you.